Hey friends, this is episode 11. So happy to be here as always. Not gonna lie, I am a little, not stressed, I think just a little frazzled. It's been a very busy week, it's been a very hectic week, it's been a challenging week, but we're making it through. And you know, this is a nice and much needed break to talk to y'all. And I thank you for letting me be here today. We're gonna start with financial responsibility. I think that that's something that a lot of us are not, and by us I mean Black people. And I can only speak for Black people because I am a Black person. But I feel like a lot of us are not necessarily brought up in environments where we're taught all the ins and outs of being financially responsible and like how to use our money wisely, spend our money wisely, invest our money wisely. And as a Christian, one thing that I have come to terms with is, for myself, is that one of the wisest ways, and I guess also like respectful ways to use my money, because at the end of the day, my money is not mine. Another thing I've been coming to terms with is tithing. And I think a lot of us have like a really bad relationship with tithing. I know I have for the longest, because I think, one, I just didn't get it. I also think sometimes it was like, who was delivering the message to me about what tithing was and why it mattered. And I think at the end of the day, what I've told myself is just that, one, as I said, recognizing like what the things I have are not my things. They all belong to Him. They come from Him. Like, He is my ultimate provider. And I think in recognizing that, and recognizing that I'm someone, like, as someone who's part of the kingdom, like, I want to be able to push the message of the kingdom forward. And so, like, the least I can do is give back what He has given to me. Because, like I said, it's not mine. But I think, well, no, not think, I know another part of this realization for me has been being responsible with how I am spending my money and being a good steward over the things that I have been given. I did have to do a good gut check the other week, and realizing when I was redoing my budget that I spend money on a lot of stuff I really should not be spending money on, and there are things that I should have been using that money for instead. And in light of that, I am currently on what I like to call the I have food at home budget. And it's also, what it's doing is like, one, it's teaching me to be obviously more responsible, but that includes everything from like tithing. I've finally set up like my own IRA and 401k accounts, because I don't want to be 60 and still having to work. And that was an area I recognized, and my friends also helped me recognize that it was just kind of like preparing for the future, and that was not something I had prioritized, especially having recently gone into my journey as a not recently, I guess like this is year 2 of me being a freelancer, and just not prioritizing those things the same way I did when I had a full-time job. Another thing this is teaching me is just like using my money very, like the money that I do give myself to spend. I think this mindset shift is even like forcing me to reevaluate where I am putting my discretionary funds. And for me, I'm finding that I'm now wanting to use that money not on myself, but sewing it into places where I'm able to like connect and spend time with people. And so an example of that is, now I told my mom, I was like, you know, I really want to start taking you out for lunch once a month. And like giving myself the opportunity to like make that decision to use the money that I have been given to sew that into like spending quality time with other people. And for me, like, that's just really important. I also realized that there's nothing that I need, like everything's provided for me. And I think I'm in this period right now of really just like honing in on my finances and becoming more financially responsible, because again, as I said, stewarding over the things that I presently do have, and recognizing like God can't bless you with more if you're being reckless with what He's already given you, because all that means is like if He gives you more, you earn, or you get more, you're going to be reckless times 3 with that extra income. And so I think that's why it's really important to like establish those solid financial practices like when you're young, or like not even when you're young, like it's just like start and recognize the behavior, recognize that behavior needs to change, recognizing that, you know, you do have a responsibility, not just for yourself, but like for like your children or your children's children, and recognizing like it's not just about you. Like learning these practices is beyond you, as in my opinion, most things are beyond you. And it's realizing like, I feel like the way I have been spending my money is very me-centered, so selfish, and wanting to become more selfless. And I attribute my relationship with money to, I mean, just kind of like some of my life experiences growing up. I'm very tight-fisted. And like, I do like to keep my money as my money. But that causes a lot of stress, because then you're just always like nitpicking, or always just like on your guard, or just, it's just not a healthy, it's not a healthy mindset. It doesn't breed healthy behavior. But I really do just like encourage anyone to like take a look at your finances, recognize that like this isn't your money, like it's not yours, and seeing like how that starts to shift your perspective on how you handle your money. I know for me, I don't know, it's just, it's hard. It's not comfortable. It's hard switching from like living one lifestyle or expecting to live a certain lifestyle to all of a sudden having to like cut back or even like say no to people. I think that's another big part of this, is saying no to your friends, saying no sometimes even to your family if you can't do certain things, and recognizing like there's nothing wrong with that because of the fact that like you have to do what you have to do to be a good steward. So no, you can't go to that concert. No, I can't go out to dinner with you for the 5th time this month. And recognizing like no is a complete sentence. And the people who care about you, if they really care, they'll get it. I will say I have great friends, and I've told them what's up. I have some things I'm trying to work towards. I'm trying to realign and like readjust where I'm putting my money. And they get it and they respect it. I appreciate them for that, because one, it doesn't make me feel like I'm alone. Two, it makes me feel like I'm supported, which I don't know about y'all, but I like feeling supported. And then sometimes like even you taking that first step in being more financially responsible and sharing that with your closest friends and family, you don't know what that could set off for them, and helping them to then want to check themselves and work on their own finances. Like I said, at the end of the day, we want to be good stewards over what we have. We want to prepare. We want to be prepared and be able to like give it all up to God. So yeah, man, be responsible, be thoughtful, recognize like this is not yours. None of this stuff is yours. It doesn't belong to you. Just as quickly as you got it, it can be taken away. Reprioritize where you're putting your money. If this message is resonating with you, reprioritizing where you're putting your money. And, you know, recognizing that as Christians, we are called to give back of what we've been given. And on that note, this is With Love, V.
If you say something like really good.
Oh, Keith is serious.
Yeah.
He's serious.
Make a quote.
Quote.
I'm trying to like sit there and listen sometimes.
That's fair.